Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. I'm Charede and I'm here today with a hands-on look at Hotel Magnate. The developer Bastion Interactive and their publisher Critevo have very graciously given me the opportunity to have a hands-on go with their building demo. This is of course very early on, so there will be some bugs and some issues, so I apologise for that guys, but you know, that's the nature of game development for you. So yeah, I just want to take time to have a look at this with you all and just show you a little bit of what I found. Also, just so you know, the Kickstarter is now funded, but they are still trying to work towards stretch goals. So if you have got the chance, please go and use my link in the description and on screen to go check it out. Also, use the Discord invitee code, which you might see on screen, to go hang out and chat with people that are interested in the same game. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Hey guys, so to make this easier, I've just pre-recorded some stuff so we can go in and have a look at the game. So, as you'll be able to see on screen, I am just starting out with some basic walls. For some reason in my copy of this, the box tool was working. Well, wasn't working, should I say. So I just proceeded to go and use normal standard walls. But as you can see, just making a few boxes. There's multiple levels, of course, so you can do your ground floor and your upper floor. Destruction tools, dead simple. I'm being pretty basic with this build, just a few boxes, kind of leaning it off the edge. I was thinking kind of along the lines of making like a railing banister. I couldn't see an item for that, but it looks like those will be in the game towards the end version. I could actually see them in the trailer, but just bear that in mind, guys. When I'm building this, there's obviously certain things I can't do, so I was kind of going with the whole kind of the motel banister kind of thing and walkway external. So just building some basic rooms, messing around, so trying to utilize multiple floors. I do head on and proceed to make a downstairs hallway as well as a reception area, place for a laundry, kitchen, dining area, so on and so forth. So some of that you will see as I go along, but I'm just trying to make some different shaped rooms, do a few different bits and pieces, and try and do what I can. As you'll be able to see on screen as well, the angles of the walls are incredibly flexible. You're not restricted to 90-degree walls, and you're not restricted to 45 degrees either, which is super awesome. There is a huge amount of choice. The only thing I would say is that certain angles is a little deceptive as to if you're actually on 90 degrees when you're building or not, so I struggle with that a little bit, so my apologies. But I suspect something like that with time you would get used to. And it would not surprise me, and I don't know if this is going to be the case, but I would presume they're probably going to add a 90-degree snap or 45-degree snap, because that would be really bloody useful if they haven't got that plan. Psst, hint, really would like that. But yeah, all in all, I say it was pretty simple to the point, easy to use. There is some bugs, obviously, as has been previously mentioned. As I go and place some stairs, you can see then I change my mind, and obviously the stairs aren't really properly implemented, so I go to delete it and can't. You know, I'm sure that'll be fine come the end version. I'm just being a noob messing around with things. So I proceed to go and make a load of pillars just to see what I can do. I was kind of thinking about making some little boxes, you know, a bit of external texturing. So there is actually a 3D wall tool, which you could do something, you know, cool with, you know, with your external walls. You could build some nice curvature into your building, maybe. I've got a couple of old designs from when I used to build in Minecraft, so maybe I can make some of those in Hotel Magnate. That'd be fun. I might give that a try sometime. But yeah, so I just muck around with pillars for a little bit, realised I rescaled it wrong. I will probably just jump forward so you guys can see where I get up to a bit further along the line when I start placing items and doing all sorts of more interesting cool stuff. Here we are, guys, so a little bit further along while I'm building. So at this point I'm having a little mess around with the wallpaper tool. Put a little bit of purple down, and I'm now just chucking down some red in another area that I am thinking about making some sort of entrance lounge zone. You'll also see as well on a couple of areas that I've messed around with floor tiles. So I've done a kitchen area, I've put some tiles in a hallway, and I've put some carpet in the entrance area just to try it out and see how it goes. I've also put some tiles around the external part of the building to have a little like walkway, but I was planning to pull that out so that it will reflect the overhang from the floor above. I do get onto a little bit of colour swatching outside for external textures, so there's some lovely little brick that I'm messing around with there. And there's a couple of actual like brick variants and a few other bits and pieces, and they do actually look pretty good. As you'll see, it'll pop up in a second where I'm mucking around with it. But yeah, so there's a decent amount of wallpapering there already, but I'm again sure they'll add lots more. I would like to see some more colour variety. There's a lot of stripy stuff. I'm hoping they'll do some more variants, of course, of those kinds of things. But at least they work. There is a couple that I went to try and they wouldn't work full stop. So again, I just presume that's just part of it being as, you know, part of an early build. So there you go. You can see some of the textures right there. There's a few little different wall variants. I'm sure those will have other uses and things you can do with them. I mean, hopefully also they'll add little like half-height walls, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I start building some pillars in just to have some texture. I mean, I have thought about the idea of maybe trying and doing like curved outside walls, you know, come up around all sorts of ideas, but I'm just doing some basic pillars, messing around. You know, you could do different textures, so you could have maybe a brick wall and then maybe have a different style brick for the pillar, or go concrete on the pillar. You know, there's really so many options and choices really, from a design point of view. I also think you can curve those one-piece pieces. I'm just 100% sure. I know I did a two-piece. I didn't try a one, so that might be something maybe I should try out in future. Anyway, so that's just me mucking around again. So I'm gonna cut forward again, guys, and then we'll look at some furniture placement. Here we go, guys. So I'm back in that little lounge area by the reception. So I'm just chucking down a few little bits and pieces. So some sofas. There's a few bits of table that go in, decorative plants, so on and so forth. So you'll see a few of these bits go down. I also then proceed to head on to the reception area shortly after. There's a good selection of little plants available already, a few sets of chairs as well, some of which are in varying colours already. So I'm hopeful that we'll get furniture that, you know, looks the same but then has a different colour variant, so I can do different themed rooms with different colours. That would be super awesome. There is of course things like vending machines, things to entertain with. Now I was mucking around with the reception desk because my plan was to have a wall there and just have the desk hanging around it, but turns out they'd already beaten me to it and thought about this. They've actually got an L-shaped desk, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Apologies for me glitching this out a little bit here, because basically I'm pressing the wrong buttons, which is why it's freaking out. That's not because of the game, it's just because of me. So anyway, I cancelled that wall out, dead easy, plopped the desk back down, and got a nice little computer for my receptionist. And this was the point where I realised you could have the different coloured furniture of the same thing. So like, hey, red walls, let's have some red chairs, why not? So I plop a few of those in, and then I believe I head back to the other area. Now there's a little room behind the reception that I made, and that was deliberately kind of made to be like a 40 Towers type little area for the staff, you know, from reception to go have their little rage fits in. And then, oh, here we go, yeah, so I found some red sofas as well. Well, I say sofa, it's more like another type of red chair, but I kind of try and turn it into a makeshift sofa. So yeah, I start mucking around with that, and you've got lighting options and all sorts in here already. So I'm really looking forward to more variants of all of these, but yeah, there's a decent chunk of stuff here. Heading back into reception now, here we go. There's a nice little sofa. I get a little coffee table in there as well, alongside more of these little dorky chairs. And yeah, it's super basic, but it does the job, right? Here is the back office I was referring to for the Basil of my hotel to be having his rage fit in the back. I was hoping for a safe, can't see one, but hopefully they'll add some in. But yeah, in the meantime, just pop a little desk in, some chairs, little tables. I also proceed to go on and make a bedroom. I realise I've made my room a little small, so I kind of botched a toilet and accidentally put a window in it. So that got removed quickly. And unfortunately then it became a shared toilet. But hey ho, cheap hotel, what can you expect? Right, so yeah, I botched a room together, I put a little toilet in. I didn't see a shower, but again, I presume it's one of those things I'll add in. But yeah, they've got toilets, that's all good. And, a bed, the basics, does the job. My little shabby shack motel. So anyway, I'm going to skip forward again, and I'll show you some of the upstairs that I did for a bit. Right guys, so here's the upstairs, and here's me trying to use the tool to make the curved walls. It's pretty simple. It's literally a case of select one end, select the other, and then curve it out using the bar at the top. I also proceed to put a couple of windows in and some doors, going for the whole crazy setup. I had some issue with this wall, but that's not a problem. I'm sure it'll be fixed by the end. But it was still okay. I mean, I messed around with it a bit, did a few bits and pieces, and we made a pretty interesting kind of like gaming sports room in the end is what I went for. I'll skip a little forward so you can see that, guys. So here's me dorking around. I went and painted most of the walls in here yellow, just, you know, because why not? And proceed to add a few indoor walls. That L-shaped wall up the top I was kind of putting for roughly where the stairs would have been had they not bulked out. And then here we go with the little fitness room. So at the moment the only fitness thing I could see was some treadmills, but that's fine. So we plonk a bunch of those in. Nearly accidentally put a palm tree indoors. Why I nearly did that I do not know, but hey ho. So we get a little bunch of these fitness doobies in, and I think if I remember correctly I shoved a sofa in there. Moving on a little bit further into my build and me messing around, I start to make what looks basically like Gabler's Row, full of little machines to mess around with. And yeah, just a nice little corner to chill out, relax, maxing all cool, as you do. And of course my lovely desired purple. I seriously am going to make a purple hotel. It's going to happen. I'm calling it now. It's just going to be purple everywhere. Purple floors, purple ceilings, purple for the win. I do proceed with one of those sofas there once I've done these tables to actually do like a insert standalone wall. So, you know, you could do a little feature wall with that, you know, make some colours in, maybe do a bit of purple, some striking orange behind it with a little wall. Again, me dorking up the tool from using the wrong controls, but I get past that in a second. There we go. So, you know, if I'd have messed around and been doing this properly, maybe I've made it that feature wall, done something interesting with it, put some paintings on it, you know, done something cool. But yeah, so, you know, I'm just building out a little corner here and proceeding to make a few bits and pieces. From there, I then head on outside. So this is one of the big pieces I saw in a trailer. Nice sports court. I proceed to also add some trees in, so they've got, you know, some foliage. There's a lot of palm tree based stuff, tropical stuff from what I've seen. Of course there's a range of indoor stuff too, but I thought I'd have a little mess around with it. Heading back into the upstairs, I start putting a few card game tables down. So they've got a whole bunch of these that I chuck in, but again, I presume there'll be a whole bunch of variants eventually at some point. Going back downstairs though, here's a few different little hedge pieces that they have available at the moment. Again, I'm sure they'll do more. It'd be nice if they had like a really short height hedge, medium, high, mega tall maybe. I don't know, we'll see what we get, I guess. But yeah, so that's me mucking around with it. So this is my heavily botched, messed up attempt at a hotel. One little point of interest and something I had a little mess around with is I did have a little look into some of the menus. So as you'll see on screen, there's a staff menu, there's needs, there's facilities list, looking at the budget. There's also campaigns there. So there's obviously several different types of marketing campaign available, how long they run for, so on and so forth, the cost, the budget, and there's of course reviews. Now these things are all very basic at the moment, but I presume they've adapted them and they're being further developed. So, but that gives you an idea of what's roughly in there. So, you know, things to expect for the future. Anyway, I hope you've really enjoyed this look into it. I know it's been pretty quick, rapid running through, but, you know, it just gives you a basic idea of what to expect with the building aspect of this particular game, thus far anyway. I will try and do more content on this later down the line. Hopefully we'll get some new updates and we'll just see where things go. But again, congratulations to Bastion Interactive and CharedeGaming on getting your Kickstarter funded. Fingers crossed though on those stretch goals. I know you've got about a day left, but let's do this. Let's make this happen, guys. Make sure to click that referral link, guys, and head over to their Kickstarter page and take a look. Definitely worth your time. Thank you everyone who's stuck around till the end of this video. I do super appreciate it. It means so much to me. I'm really looking forward to having a discussion with you guys in the comment section. Let me know what features you would love to see in this game, as well as perhaps styles maybe of wallpaper, feature design, so on and so forth. I'd be really interested to know. If you can, guys, drop a like if you enjoyed it. Don't worry if you haven't, that's fine. And yeah, if you'd like to see more, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell, because that will make sure that you are the first to know. Anyway, till next time, guys, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again another time on another one of my videos. But till then, bye bye.